Joining me in the room podcast to talk about his latest victory that happened at Combat FC 3 last Friday night is the Warhawk, John Piersma. John, welcome to the show once again, bro. How you doing?
Doing good.
Man, a great win last Friday night, bro. A TKO finish, second round, man. Your first TKO finish in your professional career. Man, let's talk about it and the excitement getting it done last Friday night.
Yeah, it was good fight. I was happy with the result. To get that finished by ground and pound. But yeah, that's pretty much how I expected the fight to go. I was happy I was able to show a little striking. I haven't done that yet in my career. But I got it was not a ton, but I got to show a little bit. Show people I can strike. So that was nice. But yeah, overall, happy with the performance.
Well, you have four subs in your six wins. Now a TKO there, bro. Getting that TKO win there, man. You had the subs, you finished before, but what's the feeling like? This time being able to ground and pound somebody and get that win.
Yeah, it was good. Going into the fight, a lot of people were, talking about how good of a grappler he was, and how good his submissions were, and how I hadn't fought anyone to his level of grappling yet. Um, so obviously we respected it, going into it, and I had to be a little careful when I was in his guard, but um, I knew I was a lot better grappler, and I knew that he wasn't going to be able to take my pressure. So yeah, once we got down there, I knew I was going to dominate the fight there. I knew I was going to dominate the fight standing. So yeah, it was good. I was happy with it. Show people, I'm just levels above these guys, especially in the grappling department.
Well, that first round, bro, was basically all you in his guard and, him trying
Yeah.
to throw up the legs, maybe get a submission. What'd you feel there? I mean, in the past you've said, once you get a hold of, your opponent, they're basically, fucked. Did you feel that with Sunad, or were you a little more careful with him knowing, he is a black belt and he's pretty good off his back?
Yeah. So I got down pretty easily. You always in that first time you always engage with somebody. You can always feel, how strong they are, and yeah, I could feel I was a lot stronger. So I got the takedown, ended up in his guard. So I was never worried. I knew I was fine. If I really would have tried harder, I probably could have passed earlier. But I was a little careful. He does have some submissions off his back, some wins like that. So I was being a little careful. No need to rush it. Um, but yeah, right from the beginning, I knew I was going to be better in the grappling aspect, and I wasn't too worried about any submission attempts.
Well, between rounds, what was said? What were the adjustments? Because you came out in that second round, you started landing that jab, a nice stiff jab, and then you caught him with a nice right, and that's what virtually ended the fight. Once you got him on the ground, crucifix, ground and pound. But what was going on between rounds? Coaches, trying to tweak things around for the second round.
Yeah, not much. Just kind of, all right, let's step on the gas a little bit here and let's get after him. I was a little bit, I didn't push the pace too hard in the first round. Being kind of stuck in his guard. I felt him kind of tire out towards the end of the first round. I hit him with a couple big hammer fists right at the end of the first that hurt him, and I could tell. So I could tell he was a little bit hurt. He was a little tired. In between rounds, I was fresh. Like I was just getting warmed up. I
Well,
wasn't even, barely breaking sweat yet. So not much. Just all right. Let's just step on the gas a little bit here and let's get after him.
excellent. Well, going back to your previous fight where you won the Neff welterweight title, you had a 5 round, really great paced fight there that you had top control basically that whole fight. What was the difference in this fight compared to, being on the ground? Sunad, was it that Sunad was opening up a little more, giving you, some opportunities to throw some strikes in his guard? That previous fight for Neff, Ryan kind of, was content staying kind of in the lay and pray and not letting you get much offense. Did you work on that stuff during training camp, more posturing up and, being able to land them strikes while you're in somebody's guard for, virtually maybe a whole round?
Yeah, it was something we definitely worked. Looking back at the last fight, whereas it was dominant victory, but there was a lot of openings, a lot of times where I could have, opened up with more ground and pound. So it was just more just being confident knowing that when I get top of these guys that I can open up more because it's going to be tough for them to get out from underneath me, even if I am posturing up, throwing punches. So just more, just being confident in myself and just really, getting after these guys more and going after them, not, being so worried about them getting up because even if they do get up, I'm just going to take them down again. Um,
Well,
so yeah, just being more confident and being more aggressive. Really, that's the only difference.
excellent. Well, my friend, going into that second round and then just landing those punches and strikes, bro. Uh, could you hear what was going on with the crowd? I mean, it was a sold out crowd, a huge, huge crowd there. Could you hear what was going on there? Was the crowd in his favor, your favor? What were you feeling in there, at Combat FC?
Yeah, it was a huge. It was a really cool venue. It was a really cool show. There's a lot of people. That's probably the biggest crowd I fought in front of pro. I think, pretty sure. I think they said there was probably like close to 3,000 people. So yeah, it was a big crowd. I'm assuming probably more people there for him just because he was there from Boston, but I couldn't really hear the difference in the cage. But yeah, I'm assuming more people for him. But yeah, it was cool. It was a big crowd, big venue. But as far as during the fight, I was just kind of locked in, um, and I was feeling good. I was, really in the moment. Especially in that second round, I was really starting to um, feel confident in the striking and confident in, you know, pretty much every aspect. So I was just, feeling good, going to work, and yeah, I just felt confident, felt good in there. So yeah.
Well, you had him in the crucifix, landing, the ground and pound on him. Not devastating strikes, but he wasn't defending himself. He couldn't get out of there. Did you know the fight was going to end there? And if it didn't, was there going to be an adjustment, or was it just keep punching away? Maybe add an elbow in there to add more damage. What were you feeling while you were landing the strikes? What was the ref saying? Could you feel the end coming?
Yeah, I mean, once I knew I got in the crucifix, and I could feel the strength difference in my top pressure, like he wasn't going to be able to get out of there. So as soon as I started hitting him, I knew that, if I keep hitting him, 20, 30 times, regardless of how hard I'm hitting him, the ref's going to have to do something. So I heard the ref say, do something, protect yourself. Um, so at that point, I knew if I just kept hitting him with those shots, the ref's going to have to stop it. Um, so I just kept going with it, just get the finish. But looking back, I would have liked to finish him on the feet. That was the first thing my coach said to me, is I hit him with that big right, then I hit him with a hook. I had him hurt, but leading up to this fight, we trained that combo so many times. So the jab, the overhand, the hook, and then the takedown right after it. It was almost automatic. So I hit him with the right, hit him with the hook, had him hurt, but it was just automatic to shoot that takedown and take him down. So as soon as I shot, I was kicking myself. I was like, fuck, I hurt him. And then I already had him down at that point. I knew I could finish him, so I was like, let's just get the finish and get out of here. But yeah, looking back, and it would have been cool to finish him on the feet if I would have stepped back and just thrown a couple more combos. I think I would have got him out of there standing.
Well,
So that would have been cocool if I could have done that. But it is what it is. There'll be plenty more opportunities.
definitely, definitely. The evolution of the Warhawk, man. Evolving your game every time you're in there. I mean, you had a 5 round, grueling paced welterweight title last fight. You come in here and you finish a black belt, a dude that had a couple of big wins for Combat FC already. And you came and beat him in his backyard. This was your second time coming to New England, bro. How was the second time? I mean, a little less hostile towards you
Yeah.
in that cage, but overall feeling coming back to New England. What you feeling about the whole experience?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this last show, Combat FC. That is a really good show. Really good production. Yeah, it was a really nice show. Yeah, I had a good time. Boston was cool. So yeah, it was a good trip. It was a good fight, and I would definitely come back down and fight for them again sometime in the future um, if that opportunity presents itself.
Well, the opportunity may present itself, bro. There's a lot of cards going in New England. It looks like you are, you're making yourself home in here and making a name for yourself. So you're making waves in New England. And as far as, the post fight interview, you mentioned maybe, fighting for another belt for Combat FC. Is there any, talk about what's next for you? Is there any, timeline when you're looking to get back in there and you're looking to fight in New England or, back in, around your hometown or, CFFC? What's going on in the mind of the Warhawk nowadays?
Honestly, right now I have no idea. Um, I just fought, so I don't know. I took the week off, but we're getting back to training, and I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna kind of wait, see what Lars comes up with, what opportunities present themselves. Um, yeah, so I have no idea. I would be down to come back to fight for Combat FC, but yeah, we're just kind of sit and wait and see what the best opportunity that presents itself, and we'll probably jump on it. Ideally, maybe in May. I don't know, something like that.
Well,
May, June, maybe even April. I don't know, earlier. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just sitting waiting, and we'll see what opportunity presents itself at this point.
well, you're 6-1, bro. Five finishes, 4 subs, TKO last fight. The Contender Series, that's going to be coming around again. I don't know when they contact fighters or when that starts rolling, getting the buzz around, but it'd be nice to see you to fight on a big stage like that. Anything, a welterweight title for Combat FC. But man, the options for you are pretty wide open right now, man. So congratulations on everything going on with you and the performance you put on Fight Pass and in front of New England again, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. We're just gonna get back to work, keep training. Obviously the goal, get to the UFC, whether it be Contender Series or just get caught up on short notice or whatever it is. That's obviously the goal. But I'm not gonna sit around and wait, hold my breath on that just yet. I'm not really sure how that works or what I gotta do to get there. So hopefully I get that chance sooner than later. But we're not going to sit around and wait for that, and we're just going to get back to work. And if in the next couple months, if another good opportunity pops up, we'll jump on it, stay active. Like I said, I feel confident, on this regional scene that there's not many of these guys out there that can hang with me on the regional scene. So we're just going to stay busy, keep beating these guys, and then at some point they're going to have to give me a call.
Excellent, man. Well said, bro. Great plan. The cards are in your favor. Man, good for you. Congratulations, John. Great watching you, step up your game every fight and just get better, man. So it looks like you're ready. Looks like you're ready for that call up from UFC. Late notice. Late notice, whatever, bro. Looks like you kind of well-rounded at this point. So good for you, bro. The coaches at Synthesis, Bone MMA, all the work you're getting in, strength and conditioning. I know that's doing a huge impact on what goes on in that cage. So with all that said, John, man, shout out sponsors. Thank yous to some of your coaches, people around you, and I'll let you get back to working out and get ready for that next scrap.
Yeah, like you said, huge shout out to all my teammates and coaches over at Synthesis. I've been there since day one. They got me to this point, so we're gonna keep working. I'm excited I'm excited to go down to Cage Titans in March. I got Relvis, my main teammate, making his pro debut, and then Bone and Hixenbauer also fight on that card who I train with a lot. So it'll be nice for once I get to go down and corner and relax and go on a trip without having to fight for once, so that'll be fun. So I'm excited for that. So we're going to be really working hard towards that for those guys. Big shout out to my team, friends and family, and all my sponsors. I got so many that really make this possible. It's just everyone who's supported me and helped me to this point. It's a big shout out. You make this possible.
Excellent, man. Any social media other than what I have here for Instagram? You got anything other than your Facebook and Instagram?
It's got Facebook and Instagram.
Good enough, my man. Eyes are on you when you post.
It's more than I can handle.
Well, dude, anything you post, man, gets eyes. You got a huge following. You're making a lot of waves in New England and in the eyes of the country. Fight Pass. you're finishing people on there. So good for you, bro. We'll talk real soon. I'll be hitting up some of your training partners, getting ready for that card at Cage Titans, man. Glad to see you going there, man. It's a great card. You're gonna enjoy yourself there, bro, and they're gonna treat you like royalty coming in. Rochester boys.
Yeah, I've heard it's actually funny. Casey, our head coach, he fought. It wasn't Cage Titans, it was different, but he fought when he was pro in that same with the arena or the auditorium, whatever it is.
Plymouth Memorial Hall,
like 15 years ago. So
nice.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah, good dude, man. Great show, and a lot of eyes are going to be on your training partners there. So, like I said, bro, I'll get a word with those guys, and we'll blow up the Rochester boys coming into New England again, man.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, bro. John, thank you so much for the time as always, and we'll catch up on what's next with you once news comes out, bro. So, thank you for the time again, man, and you have a great afternoon.
Appreciate it.
All right.